Okay, Olga, so great job writing these 2 essays for your IELTS preparation. Let's get straight into your task 2. Do copyright laws limit creativity or reward it? Would society function better without such rules and regulations? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Okay, so here's your essay. Questions related to the influence of copyright infringement are frequently discussed nowadays. Okay, nice copyright infringement. Good vocabulary there. While some people believe that it can have a negative effect on the arts and creativity, others argue with this position. Maybe a better word instead of with would be against this position. Personally, I think that copyright rules and regulations restrict modern creativity. This essay will discuss the topic in detail, prior to drawing a conclusion. Okay, nice clear thesis. You've presented your viewpoint clearly, so good work there. This is no doubt that the benefits of protection by copyright, the public domain, are outweighed by a number of drawbacks. Okay, so a couple problems with this sentence here. It should be, there is no doubt that the benefits of protection by copyright. You didn't need the public domain here. It doesn't fit. So it should just say, are outweighed by a number of drawbacks. In the first place, excuse me, it's a little conversational for an essay of this type. So you could have just said something like firstly or first. The society function would better with opportunity to have literacy in modern arts. Okay, so some grammatical mistakes here, some syntax mistakes. It should be society would function better with an opportunity to have literacy in modern arts. Okay, so a couple of changes there to that sentence. This is because society needs to be resolved to have the public domain without punishment. Okay, resolved is not the right word here. I would definitely look up some alternatives to make your meaning more clear. So this is because the society needs to be resolved to have the public domain. Now, I like that you used public domain. You clearly did some work for this essay, but it doesn't quite fit here. So I would advise you to do a search online for how we use public domain in sentences. Okay, moving on. For example, people can use works such as William Shakespeare's for their development the world over without limit. Okay, also it is clear that copyright rules and regulations restrict the development in education at schools and universities. Okay, so you've got this idea here, and it's a nice idea, but you didn't really support it. So I would have liked another sentence kind of explaining what you mean here. How do copyright rules and regulations restrict development in schools? So just another sentence was necessary. Okay, at the same time, comma here, artists, scientists, and famous people in seeking the protection of certain exclusive rights by law. Okay, not in seeking. It should have been famous people seek the protection of certain exclusive rights by law. First of all, for people, is important. You wrote it should be it is important to know what kinds, plural, of original works are eligible to be copyrighted. It should be states. Here you wanted passive voice. It should be stated. That among the types of works are available, read only, for instance, literacy works and books, musical compositions and lyrics, photographs and paintings. Okay, I'm a little unclear about what the purpose of this paragraph is. What's your main idea? Remember, the question says, would society function better without such rules? So it seems like you're saying that we need such rules, and then we need to know what they are, but it's kind of unclear to me. Okay, additionally, this kind of works, it should be these kinds of works, because you talked about a bunch of different types. are difficult to use for education, development, or leisure just by read only. Thus, copyright laws should not limit creativity. Moreover, society function would be better. No, it should be, moreover, the functions of society would be better, or moreover, society would function better with permission to copy some kinds of famous works. Another thing I want to mention about this society function, which you used now a couple of times, is that it's exactly what was written here in the task. So definitely try to use some different words here instead of function, at least instead of function, like society wouldn't work, society wouldn't do so well, something else. Try to find a synonym for this word function. Remember, though, that it's being used as a verb. You keep using it as a noun. Okay? Alrighty, so in conclusion, I believe that copyright laws certainly not allow society to develop. Okay, copyright laws certainly do not allow society to develop its literacy. Society is one thing, so it's its literacy. After analyzing the subject, it has become quite evident that modern society need in public domain for education development. Okay, so again, you've got this public domain here, but it's being used incorrectly. So I think what you wanted was something more along the lines of, it has become quite evident that modern society needs public domain works, or works in the public domain, something else. So take a look online for how we use public domain in sentences to kind of make some corrections to this essay, okay? All right. In general, though, a good job, nice, clear conclusion, nice, clear introduction, just those issues that I mentioned already. Alrighty, so moving on to your letter. Dear Sir or Madam, I am writing to sincerely apologize for missing my final exam at the online course. Final exam in the online course at your university. I am your student, Olga Koklia, with ID number 99185, who studied the course, or maybe not even who studied the course, or who attended, or who was registered in the course, is how this should be phrased. I successfully completed all topics and tasks at 13 weeks course. Okay, so all topics and tasks in the 13-week course. Week here is part of an adjective, so it should not be plural. Please accept my profuse apologies. Nice expression there, Olga. Good work there with the word profuse and apologies. It's an advanced level collocation, so great job. Please accept my profuse apologies for missing the final exam on the 14th August. Now, when we write the date like this, we usually leave out the. You see, the day before I caught a cold. I would have taken out you see. It's a little too conversational. It's a formal letter, and this is not something you're speaking to someone. So you see doesn't really fit here. So taking it out, it should say, the day before I caught a cold and I not be able to go to your class. Okay, so the day before I caught a cold and I was unable to attend the class for the exam because I had high fever. Okay, a very high fever. Also, I was not being able to bring you final assignment. Okay, a couple problems here, Olga. Also, I was not able to bring you the final assignment in advance. Unfortunately, I don't have, okay, a formal letter, so no contractions here. It should be full out, do not have any certificates. Okay, not any, but it should just be, unfortunately, I do not have a certificate from a doctor. And then you needed something showing the reason, so a because or a since. Since, as you know, 14 August is Sunday, or actually was Sunday since it's past, and my doctor was not at a polyclinic. Okay, just clinic I think would have been more accurate here in English. Please allow me to offer to provide my final exam. No comma here after please. So please allow me to provide my final exam. I'm not really sure that the word you want here, Olga, is provide. Usually we say sit my final exam, or sometimes some people say take my final exam, but I think sit would have been appropriate here. So please allow me to offer to sit, and not even offer actually, please allow me to sit my final exam and consider for me another day for the exam. Okay. So even the second, excuse me, the second part of the sentence needs some revising. And consider another day for me to sit the exam. Something like that. So you need to rephrase the word order here and the syntax a little bit. I hope that you can overlook this regrettable error because I was fully prepared for the exam. Well, it's not really an error. It's not like you made a mistake. It's just that, according to your letter, you were sick. So maybe a better word would have been situation. Yeah, probably a situation would have been better than error because it's not like you made a mistake, really. So, in closing, I look forward to hearing from you at your earliest convenience. Yours faithfully. Okay, nice closing. Good work there. You've covered all of the points in the letter, so great work there. Olga, keep it up. Make sure you take a look at the errors that I pointed out. Keep writing, and best of luck.